Welcome to Internal System Support's Introduction to the Developmental Budget Web Application. This video presentation is for approvers and will provide instruction on how to approve or deny budget justification forms on the Developmental Budget Web Application. In this video, we will cover several topics including how to navigate the website, the approver workflow, budget justification forms, budget report export tools, and how to approve or deny budget forms. The Developmental Budget Web Application can be found at developmentalbudget.lacoe.edu. As approvers, when the developmental budget approval process begins, you will start receiving emails notifying you that the budget justification forms are pending your approval. You can follow the link provided in the email to the Developmental Budget website, or navigate to the website by opening your web browser and navigating to developmentalbudget.lacoe.edu. We recommend PC users use Internet Explorer and Mac users use Firefox. For iPad users, please use the iPad Safari web browser. To log in, use your LACOE email username and password. If you are unable to log in, please contact Internal System Support and we will assist you. Once you have opened the website, type your last name _ first name in the username field, and then type your LACOE email password in the password field. Click the Log On button to log on to the site. The first screen you are presented with is the budget justification screen. At the top of the screen, you will also find menu items, Developmental Budget, and Help. The Developmental Budget drop-down menu includes links to the budget justification forms, budget justification reports, and budget approval reports. The Help drop-down menu includes the Resources Links page that contains helpful links to resources found on the LACOE EDU website. The budget justification page consists of the two following areas: the navigation tree and the justification forms display area. The navigation tree is equivalent to the PeopleSoft workflow. The navigation tree displays budget justification forms that are organized by either fund location or fund resource combinations that can be filtered by workflow status. For second-level approvers, you will have an additional filter that will contain your own name and the names of all first-level approvers that you are responsible for. To find the budget justification forms for the budgets you are responsible for, click on the plus sign next to the fund to view its available resources or locations. An icon to the left of the fund or location chosen is a symbol indicating the current budget workflow status. To change the budget workflow status from the default of pending approval, you can use the budget workflow status drop-down menu to narrow down results for viewing budgets. For example, you can use the budget workflow status filter to select in process. The filter will then only return budgets that are being worked on by division personnel. There are 9 available workflow approval statuses to choose from. If you are an approver level 1, the default status is Approval 1 pending, which returns a list of all budget forms awaiting Approver 1 Division Director approval. If you're an approval level 2, the default status selected is Assistant Superintendent/Superintendent pending, which returns a list of all budget forms awaiting either Assistant Superintendent or Superintendent approval. Regardless of which approval level you are able to filter your budgets by the other available statuses included in the drop-down window. The All Workflow status lists all available justification forms regardless of status. The No Activity selection lists all forms that have not had any information entered on them on any of the tabs. The In Process selection lists all forms where some information has been entered on at least one of the tabs. The GPM Pending selection displays all forms that have been submitted for GPM review and approval. The Budget Pending selection displays all forms that have been approved by GPM and is now awaiting budget staff review and approval, or that is a non-GPM fund that is now waiting for division staff review and approval after having been submitted directly by division staff. The Approval 1 pending selection displays all budget forms that are awaiting Approver 1 Division Director approval. The Approver 2 pending selection displays all budget forms that are awaiting Approver 2 Assistant Superintendent or Superintendent approval. The Approve selection will display all justification forms that have been approved by all levels. To open the justification forms, click on the fund, then select a resource or location. The forms consist of 6 tabs that are read-only for approvers. These are the Summary, Non-Salary, Non-FTE, Revenue, FTE Position Update, and Attachments tabs. The first tab that you will see is the Summary tab. The Summary tab contains a consolidated view of all the totals from each of the other tabs in the budget justification forms. Near the bottom of the Summary tab is an area titled Approval History. All approval history is stored in this area. Any approval action is time and date stamped along with comments and the user who performed the action. The Non-Salary and Non-FTE tabs contain accounts, adjusted, adopted, and proposed budgets, as well as a comparison of adopted to proposed budget and line and summary justifications. In addition, the Non-Salary tab contains prior and current year actuals data. The Revenue tab contains budgeted, projected, and estimated revenue data that will vary depending on funding corridor. The FTE Position Update tab contains FTE position adds, changes, freezes, and closures along with comment justifications for any changes. Due to the confidential nature of this data, the tab is hidden from division personnel after the budget form is submitted. The Attachments tab includes any PDF documents provided by the division staff personnel for approver review. These read-only attachments can be opened by clicking on the name link. Preloaded accounts or position information will be black text, and any newly added accounts or positions can be easily identified in blue text. In some cases, you might want to review the information within a budget justification tab using Microsoft Excel. On the Non-Salary, Non-FTE, Revenue, and FTE Position Update tabs, there is an Export button that will initiate a download of all the data on the current tab you are viewing to an Excel file. If you need to view the data in Excel from multiple budgets, you can use the Budget Justification Reports or Budget Approval Reports found under the Developmental Budget menu. These reports allow you to select and export data from the tabs found on the Budget Justification forms. For example, on the Budget Justification Reports, if you need to download all the data for a particular division director, you can select that director under the Approval 1 drop-down, select the data type you're looking for, then click Search to view results in the Results area. You can then click the Export to Excel button to download results as an Excel file. Once you have finished reviewing all of the Budget Justification Form tabs, navigate to the Summary tab. On this tab, you can add comments and approve or deny budget justification forms. Review the summary fields and then add any comments if needed in the Comments area. If you will be approving the budget, check the Approval dialog box checkbox that states, "By approving this summary page, you are approving the details contained in all the tabs associated with this developmental budget," and then click the Approve button. Approving the forms will send them for Assistant Superintendent or Superintendent approval. The status of the forms will change to Approver 2 pending. If you are an Assistant Superintendent or Superintendent and approve the forms that were submitted to you for review, the status of the forms will change to Approved. If you will be denying the forms, then you will need to click the Deny button. By clicking the Deny button, a denial email notification containing comments written in the comments box will be sent to the submitting division staff member. The workflow approval status on the budget forms will be reset to In Process, and the budget forms will be open for division staff to modify and resubmit for approval. By logging into the LACOE employee intranet, you can find additional training videos, classroom instruction schedules, and user manuals. On the left side menu, click on Business Services, then Internal System Support to list the available online resources. You can also view our schedule of classes on the calendar by choosing ISS Training from the list of categories on the staff calendar. If you require additional assistance with budget requirements, please contact Accounting and Budget Development's budget staff by emailing budget@lacoe.edu, and they will further assist you. If you are having issues logging into the website or experiencing other technical issues in regards to the Developmental Budget web application, please contact Internal System Support by emailing internalsystemsupport@lacoe.edu, and we will further assist you.